REST web service is also very important concept here. You see, let me take diagrammatical representation here. Okay, so this way. Imagine if multiple users accessing their Facebook accounts. User 1 and then user 2. Okay, if I take 3 different users here and imagine it is a Facebook server which is having some Facebook related data. Okay, so for example, if first user sent a post, okay, send a post. This is the post. So that for that post, imagine 10,000 likes done there. I think just imagine 10,000 likes done already. Now, how that likes are nothing but some text. See, simply uh, what we are doing in Facebook to like the text or quotation or something, image, whatever it may be, right? So how many likes what for the given post by the or what is the post given by the user? So that count stores in the Facebook server, right? Imagine. So user 1 related data storing here like this. This is user 1 related memory in the Facebook. Okay, user 1 related post. And in the same way, how user 1 related posts stored in the Facebook server. In the same way, the remaining users related posts also stores in the Facebook server. Okay. So, when we want to find or when we need to find the specific user related posts, then we must write the URL like this. Imagine you see like this. Just as the example I am writing here. Something like this, right? So here this represents the memory what created in the server. Okay. And likes, if we need to find the likes, then simply what you have to do, likes, something like this you see. Okay, this is common. Okay, this is the common thing. So only the thing is, yes. So depends upon the requirements, we are changing either posts or likes or something like that, right? Okay, so that means here you see the same way in REST web services also. So what is one web service? What we discussed yesterday? What is one web service? Yeah, Venkat. What is one? Sai. What is one web service?
The methods available over the web.
Uh, not methods actually. It's the program.
Yeah,
Web
the program.
service is nothing but a program having different methods, right?
Yeah.
So, the program identifies with one URI and methods with sub URIs, right? Let me show the example here. REST web service. So, what is REST here? Representational state. So, when we are going to access the web services with the HTTP request, then we must use REST web services, right? So, let me show that also. Now, this is the web service. This is the REST web service what we created here. Let me show that. You see that here we created a class. Okay, so here we created a class with name form parameter example. Okay, and you see, to access this web service, initially we must use this URI here. Okay, how we represented URI? Yes, with the annotation called @path. Okay, and then we created a method called getMessage method. Okay, so now this getMessage method, MSC, getMSC method, okay, is associated with the post type of request. That means when we send a post type of request, then it executes this method. Okay. Moreover, if the URI given as state, that means finally we need to represent like this: state form parameter slash state. When we given the path or URL like that, then this method executes. So why? Because when we are using HTTP requests, okay, so we will get a concept of either do get or do post methods, right? So understand the point here? Is it clear right now? Sai and Venkat? Any queries, please ask.
Yeah, Chandra, can I explain once again the same thing from here, from the program?
Yeah, yeah, sure. 1 minute. Yeah, here you see. So with what name we created the class here? Form parameter example, right? This is the class name we given, right? And this class name associated with a path called state form parameter. Param, simply you can say, right? So, for example, if we need to access any one of the methods from this class, initially we must send or we must start the request with state form parameter, right? And the next one you see, get MSG method. Okay, this is the method what we created in that class. Understood? Now this method, get MSG method associated with a path called state. Okay, and moreover, that is associated with post type of request. That means if we send post type of request with this path, then our system executes a method called getMSG method. Understood the point here? Is it clear right now?
Yes, Chandra.
Okay, fine. So, moreover, if we send some arguments, those are known as form parameters, like country and state. Okay, let me open one HTML file here. JSP file, not HTML file. Like this you see. So here we created a form to send country name and then state code. Okay. So like to send country name and state, we created some text fields. You see how many text fields we created? 2 text fields we created. Okay. Yes. For the first text field, we given the name as country, and for a second text field, we given the name as state, right? And then we given or we created a submit button with some text on that as get state details. And clearly you see the request goes to this web service. This is the main class, and this is the method URL. Okay, simply it's a path. Now here you see state form param. You see this state form param. This path associated for the class name. And what the next one? State we given. So state path means associated with a method called getMSG. Okay. Now here you see. So this method associated with the path called state, right? Understood? Okay, is it clear right now? Just 1 minute, please. Okay. So fine. So when we send a request with country name and some state, then we are making the comparisons whether given country name is equals to India and state is equals to KL. KL means Kerala. Then this web service method generates the response in the form of XML you see. Okay, let me start the server. I think server issue is here. Let me check. Let me start the server here. Server is not. Let me change. 1 minute, please. Let me change the workspace. Now it is loading. So let me start the server from here. Yes, now server is going to start. So this is the web service what we created, and let me execute this. How we will get the response you see. Now you see we need to enter some country name and STD code, state code here. So let me type the country name as India and then state code as Kerala. So I given the state code as Kerala like this, KL. Okay, and when we submit it, then you see what is the output and how output generates here. Re-execute. Now here you see how a response is generated from the web service. In which format it is? XML, right? So here this REST web services generates the response in the form of either XML or string or HTML or JSON also. Okay, but in case of SOAP web generates the responses only in XML, right? Understood? Yeah, Uday.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, if you, so you were not attended yesterday session, right?
yeah, yes. I came to Texas today. I came to Texas
Okay, fine. So can you take the record session from Venkat? Yeah, Venkat, can you forward yesterday's record session?
yesterday and today.
Yeah, even today. I think Sai recording today's session, right? Sai?
Yeah, yesterday. Today's I will forward.
Yeah. So please forward it record session to Uday and Venkat also, okay? Today.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, fine. Now here you see, this is about REST web services. Understood? So any queries, please ask me right now. Yeah. So that is the email ID for Uday.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, so Chandra,
So any
now,
queries? Yeah,
yeah, we
please.
are like with this application, we are only creating Wisdom, right?
Sorry, come again.
Like using this application for REST, we are only creating Wisdom. But how to actually access REST?
No, I didn't get your point. Can you
So,
ask?
Chandra, what we are doing is we are using creating a web service, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So how to access this web service?
Yeah, with the help of URLs. See, like you see, actually, we must know the URL first. Okay. So, like you see, this web service exposing for the users with the specified paths. Okay. And even for each method, the web service exposes with a different path, not with the same path you see, right? So, for example, if you created one more method, okay, that method should associate with some other path. So, understood? Is it clear my point here?
Yeah, Chandra, my question is, in this, what is the client and what is the service which you are using?
Yeah. See, wherever it with the client, liaise with the client here. Like you see, that's why what I given the example is Facebook. Okay. Like let me take one real-time scenario. Do you have any idea on a Redbus, something like that? Reservation-related sites.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So all those are created with web services. Okay. Right now, why we are using web services? Because the format you see. So whatever it may be the request type, it may be either a Java type of request or some other type of request, Android type of request, okay, or PHP type of request. These web services executes and generates the response compatible to the clients, right? That is the main advantage with web services. Clear time?
yeah, okay. So this form.jsp is the client, right, Chandra?
Yes, yes. So right now JSP is the client.
Yeah, form dot.
Not only JSP, not only
No,
JSP.
yeah, it can be in any format, but as of now
Yes,
in our case it is form.jsp, right?
yes, right. Yes, right.
Yeah, and the .java is the web service, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, yeah, that's what that was my question. Like, what is client and what is web
Yeah,
service?
that is the main thing. That
Okay,
is
I
the main
got.
concept of REST web service.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but what we are doing is by running this, we are creating an XML file, right?
No, we are not created any XML file. Response is just XML file,
Yeah,
you see.
yeah. The response is in XML format, right, Chandra?
Yes, yes. Like this, you see.
Mhm. So why are we only creating in XML format?
Yeah, it is compatible for all.
Yeah, right.
Whatever it may be the
Yeah,
language,
yes.
whoever it may be the client supports.
Okay.
That is the main advantage here.
So after the response is being created, who is actually accessing that response?
Sorry?
So we have created a response
Yes,
in XML format.
yes,
Okay. So what
yes.
is the use of that XML format? Do we have an example showing that how to access that XML format?
Ah, yes. Actually, like you see, the response is in tag format, right? The response created in tag format. So it is very easy to understand.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay. That is the main thing here.
Yeah, I got it that the response is being created in XML format. But
Yes.
I'm asking, like, do you have any program that can access this XML file and show,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Definitely.
yeah,
See,
I
when
want.
any program needs to access what is the data created in XML format, definitely with the help of XML parsers. They can extract with the help of XML parsers. They can extract the content like state name, okay,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
country name like that.
Can you have an example, like, using a program if you are having
Yeah,
it?
that is different. No, no, no. I will send a separate example for you. Okay.
Okay, Chandra.
Yes. Any other queries? This is what a REST web services. Let me show one more example also. Now, query parameters. Now, how the request processing, how request processing takes place here in case of a REST web service. Moreover, here we are using a framework which is called Jersey framework. Okay, just you remember the framework. So which framework we are using to access the web services, which is called Jersey framework. Now this Jersey framework given a controller or given a servlet which accepts the request. That means when we send a request, like whatever it was the request type, example you take the previous request only. When we send a request, then initially Jersey framework related servlet accepts the request. Okay, so what is that servlet here? Let me open. Yes, here you see. We see the servlet name. So Jersey framework given one servlet to accept either do get or do post type of requests, and then finds the suitable web services, okay, executing in the server side. Because all these web services are executing in the server called Tomcat, right? So what is the server we are using here? Apache Tomcat. So that what are the web services we are using? So all those are placed in servlet container. Okay. So whenever request came from any user, that is to access the web service or to get the response from web service, then initially this servlet accepts the request, and then based on the path, okay, based on the path what we given, so it finds a suitable web service, and the method presented in that web service executes it, and then executes that related web service method. Understood? Is it clear right now? Is it clear? Sai, Uday, and Venkat.
Actually, I didn't get anything, Chandra.
Okay, fine. So let me type. Imagine this is a server. Okay, this is a server. So whenever any request came from any user, imagine this is a request. Okay, this is a request here. One minute, please. One minute, please. Okay, this is a request came from a user. So initially, the servlet accepts the request. This is a predefined servlet, exists in the server. But actually, we need not create this servlet. Okay, this is a predefined servlet we are going to use to accept the requests, which is given by Jersey framework. That means which framework we are using here? Jersey framework. Okay, so whenever a request came from the user, initially this servlet accepts the requests made by the user, and then it looks up into so it looks up for suitable web service based on the path given. Imagine all these are web services executing here. So just I'm showing not in this format. I'm take this. Imagine here you see like this. Imagine all these are web services executing in the server side. So after request came from the user, initially servlet accepted or servlet accepts the request made by the user and then finds a suitable web service which is executing in the server side and then forwards that request to that related web service. Understood? So is it clear right now?
Yeah, yes, sir. But how are we implementing JC framework and where?
Yeah, just we need to configure. So we need not go for implementation level. That is a predefined, right?
Okay, how are we configuring?
Just by using some jar files. Here you see some jar files are given. Like all these are using. Jersey hyphen bundle hyphen 1.14 dot jar zip, something like that, right?
Okay, after
Whenever we
yeah.
added these jar file here, then
Mhm.
that framework configures with our program or web service.
Yeah. Will it do automatically or we have to include something in the code like mention it
No, no,
something
no,
or
we need not.
somewhere?
No,
Nothing.
no, we need not
Just
include.
yeah.
Whenever a jar files are added, automatically it configures, right?
Yeah. Okay, one last thing, can you explain this web.xml and the programming part right now?
Yeah, web.xml to refer, you see, servlet.
Even this is an automatic class created, right?
No, no, no. Yeah, like you will get it from online. Otherwise, if you want to configure or if you want to write the code, you can write it. That is as per your option. Same
No.
code you can
Mhm.
find online.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can write with your own. So we must generate this file.
Okay, we have to generate, right? Okay.
Yeah, we have to generate. That means this web.xml generates, but we need to write this content. That's all.
Mhm.
That should be mandatory.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So is it clear right now?
Yeah, yes, Chandra.
So any queries? Just a moment. Okay, is it clear right now? Hello?
Yes, Chandra.
Yeah, this is about REST web services. So in SOAP web services, response generated in XML format, but case of REST web services, executes and generates the response either in XML or HTML or some JSON. Do you know about JSON? JavaScript object notation. Do you have any awareness on the JSON? JavaScript object notation. This is. Like this you see. JavaScript object notation. Okay, so the response formats are like this. JSON or XML or sorry HTML or normal string format. Okay, like this. So that is depends upon the application requirement response generates, right? Understood? Is it clear right now? This is what the web services concept, and if any queries, then we will discuss. So with this, we finished our Java language.
Are we done, Chandra?
Yeah,
This is the last session, right?
yeah, this is the last session.
Okay.
If any queries, please ask me. Right.
Chandra,
Yeah, yeah, tell me.
not a query but a request. Like, will you be able to show a small application, web application, wherein we can use all what you have taught in 1 or 2 sessions,
Yeah,
a
let
complete
me
web application
use it
like
separate sessions.
yeah, it's like to log in and 2 or 3 users can log in and have their own profiles, like how to perform such tasks. If you can provide such sessions, it will be of great help.
Yeah, we will sit separate sessions. Okay.
Okay, Sana. Even if you have such code also, kindly pass me so that we can actually try. I can actually try to analyze and
Yeah, sure,
try to coordinate
definitely.
with you regarding that.
Yeah, sure, sure. I will forward the code.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Sana.
Yeah, yeah, Uday and Venkat. If any queries, please ask me.
I want to talk to you once. I will call you in.
Yeah, yeah, Uday. Call me.
I will call you. I will call you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Uday. And Venkat. And
Currently, I don't have any
Sai.
queries here.
Yeah, Sai, Uday, and Venkat. So, like with my mail, I think you're getting one contact number, right? Hello? So,
Yes,
are you getting
Earlier, I
contact?
saw, yeah. Earlier, it used to come.
No, daily you will get. So with my mail, like when I'm sending a request, class request, meeting request,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
or from
7:36.
mail, when I'm sending any mail for you, definitely you will get it, okay?
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting, yeah.
So that is my WhatsApp number also. If you have any queries, you call me for that.
Okay.
Okay? That is my WhatsApp number.
yeah. Thanks, Chandra.
Yeah, fine, fine, fine. So that with this we finish our session.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the best.
Thank you so much, Chandra.
Yeah, yeah.
It was nice
Thank you
meeting
so
you.
much,
Thanks,
man,
thanks,
for
Chandra.
come.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Chandra.
So I'm expecting as early as possible you will get a job from Java.
Yeah, and I'll try.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah. So all the best. And you call me if having any queries. Okay.
yeah, sure, Chandra.
So have a great day.
Yeah, bye bye.